Alright, what's happening? Here we go. Another lovely day in the life. JT Koshalak. So, just so you know, the divine reflection you see in me, you see it in yourself. I am you, you are me, we are all one. Okay? I want to talk a little bit about some oneness principles. So, we are all one, baby. Separation is an illusion. It is straight up a massive illusion, alluding you to the fact that you're out for yourself. You have to get it for yourself. And that's really a big piece of where you may, or others may be misstepping, half-stepping, barely stepping backwards, stumbling backwards down the vortex they're trying to get pulled up into. And so, it's all love, baby. It's all stemmed out of love, right? So, we got to be able to tap into this love, this true love that we have in our heart. This is what you were gifted. This is what you were granted when you came here. That true love. Feel it. Give yourself that love before you give it to anybody else. Wake up in the morning. Give yourself that love, that grace, that gratitude. You're in bed. There's nothing happening yet. Your mind is still calm, relaxed. It's coming out of the sleep it was in, the dream it was in. Now, this is a great point, a great time, right when you wake up, to start programming your subconscious mind. So these are like hypnotist principles. These are get what you want out of life principles. You really got to get with what you want, what you actually want. Because you could be moving through struggle, not realizing you are acting like you want that struggle. Okay, so there's a part of you that's ruminating in that struggle, needing, wanting, desiring that struggle. Why else would you be marinating in it? Okay, so it is your decision to move on from whatever your past effed you up with. It is now your decision to take the stand, move on, step into the king or queen shoes that you have in your closet. Step into those. Step into your power. Realize you're an angel. Okay, so now there's a good amount of unpacking one needs to do to really accept the fact that they are an angel, understand this, and move forward as an angel. Okay, you don't just get to decide one day, oh yeah, I'm an angel. Let's just do that. Okay, so there's a lot of self-care, there's a lot of shadow work, there's a lot of awareness, there's a lot of light that you need to shine onto yourself, into your problems, your issues, your struggles that you may be ignoring. It's time to shine the light on those. Realize who you really are. You are not those struggles. You're the awareness of them. You are not. People get caught up identifying with these things, these thoughts that might come into their mind out of nowhere. It's that ego mind identity, the EMI, where you're identifying with either what's happening to you in your life, or you are attaching yourself to these ideologies, these beliefs. Okay, so to do this shadow work, you go in, you see, if you start to notice a pattern of lessons that keep emerging, there's like a pattern emerging, right? You start in that pattern recognition of these lessons that keep coming through. So this is literally confirmation that you have to learn from this lesson. It's time to learn from this lesson to move on, to get the new set of lessons. And, the lessons are never going to stop, but it's just that certain patterning of the lesson will progress to another set of lessons, another data set of lessons. so to speak. So this is all basically tutorials coming down from your higher self. This is a proving ground on this earth. This is a proving ground. It's time for your higher self to essentially pit you up against yourself so that you can prove you're ready for the next level. How are you going to get to the next level if you haven't proved you're ready to get there, and you haven't satisfied the needs and the patterns of lessons in this level? Let's just call it level 1, right? You didn't satisfy the needs and the lessons that were to be learned in level 1. How could you possibly get to level 2? Doesn't make sense. That's what people essentially mean when they say this is a simulation, and it is. So it's like think about it like you're playing a video game, right? So you have the controller, you're controlling the player in the game. The player in the game doesn't really actually know that you're controlling it. It doesn't have that awareness, right? Until he does, right? So maybe they do now. I don't play these new games where they're at. Maybe the guy in the game understands you're controlling him. He's going to look back at you and be like, hey, do this. You're not doing it right. You're hitting the joystick weird. You know what I mean? But for the simulation analogy, your awareness is your higher self. Your awareness of what your physical body is doing in this dimension, in this dilemmas. Your awareness of these things happening. That's essentially your higher self. That's the person controlling the avatar, right? So this bodysuit, my physical brain isn't even actually controlling what I do. It's my higher self coming through with the information, giving me intuitive hits, however you want to call that, and now I'm moving on that. That's my roadmap. That's my GPS. I'm following my higher self's guidance, realizing that's who's giving it to me, not my logical mind. That's what my ego would love me to think, right? So it's just we've got things a little backwards, and that's okay. That's okay, right? So to learn how to flip them and get them the right way is a blessing, right? To really learn how to do that, flip what we've been taught in some ways, certain things we've been taught, we flip it. Now we're able to navigate appropriately. So, any questions on that? I know I went pretty deep pretty quick. I got to jet. I got to give my wife her kava. I love you guys so much. Bless up.